Higher Learning is a show about adults learning interesting facts while under the influence of marijuana. This show is filmed in Vermont, where it is legal to smoke. The staff involved in the show want to be clear that we do not support its use by those too young or where it is illegal to partake in such behavior. While this show doesn't show the usage of drugs or use coarse language, it is not intended for children. Parental discretion is advised. Now, let's get to the burning and learning.
Welcome to Higher Learning,
And that I am.
a class in disjointed education. This is the show where every other week we come in while he's baked off his butt off of edibles, and then I teach him 25 facts. Then the following week I come in and I quiz him on those facts. Last week he did fairly well.
82?
No, it was 86.
86?
Yeah, I think it was
right.
your highest. You've had much lower. But anyway, this week I'm going to do 25 facts about food, and we're going to see if he can puff pass.
Or puff fail.
There we go. Get closer to the thing that picks up your voice, too. There we go. All right. Strawberries are the only fruit with seeds on the outside. An individual strawberry boasts about 200 seeds on the outside of its skin.
Okay.
Allspice is not a mix of other spices. It's actually a berry, the tropical evergreen Pimenta dioica, which is ground up and it's its own spice.
Then why do they call it allspice?
Because that's the name.
That is not okay.
Why do they call soy sauce when the beans are called... some people call them soybeans, but that's not what they're actually called. What's that? Yeah. Huh?
Edamame.
Yeah, edamame.
They're disgusting.
Yeah, I don't like them. But, because that's what they named it. Jalapeno and chipotle peppers are the same thing. The difference is jalapenos are the fresh version. The latter is dried and smoked.
Okay, I was
The
going to say they
chipotle-
don't taste the same.
Right. The same is true of Pablano and ancho peppers. Ancho is the smoked dried version. Ranch dressing and sunscreen contain a same ingredient. That milky white color, that comes from titanium dioxide, used as a food additive in the U.S. and is found in many personal care and paint products.
Yum.
Red velvet cake contains chocolate or beets.
Or beets.
The chemical reaction between cocoa powder and acid of the baking soda and buttermilk created a deep red coloring in traditional red velvet cake. Beet juice was used as a substitute during World War I when cocoa was hard to get.
When happiness was also hard to get.
Well, Cookie Monster actually eats painted rice cakes, not cookies. The natural oils to bake real cookies would damage the puppets, and so would the chocolate. Plus, rice cakes are lightweight and easy to hold during filming, and it explains why they crumble and fall apart when he's eating them.
Oh my
'cause
goodness,
it's rice
it's
cakes.
rice cakes.
Mm-hmm.
The whole time it's been rice cakes?
Yep.
Wow.
Gummy bears are made from boiled pig bones. Boiling the bones of pigs and cows releases gelatin, a protein also found in ligaments, skin, and tendons. So gummy bears, definitely not vegan.
Just another reason to like gummy bears.
Natural honey varies in color depending on the flower used to pollinate. Depending on the season and the minerals found in the flowers, honey can range in color from golden yellow to blue to even purple.
I want blue honey.
Right? Bananas are actually berries.
I knew this.
To be called a berry, the fruit must have seeds, pulp developed by the ovary of a flower. It must have 3 layers, an exocarp, peel or rind, a mesocarp, the part we eat, and an endocarp, where the seeds are found. This means pumpkins, cucumbers, and avocados are also berries.
Well, if an avocado is a berry, then a peach is a berry.
No. Doesn't have a rind.
The fuzzy stuff you don't eat.
You eat the outside of a peach. You don't peel a peach.
I've been doing it wrong.
You really don't need to eat or peel a peach. Your peanut butter and jelly could have a sprinkle of rat hairs. According to the FDA, peanut butter can contain 1 rodent hair and or 30 plus insect bits per 100 grams. With a jar of peanut butter being around 300 grams, that means multiple additions that passed inspection. Extra crunchy, I would assume. Broccoli has more vitamin C than oranges. 1 cup of broccoli has 81 milligrams of vitamin C compared to 63 milligrams found in an orange. Broccoli also gives you protein, fiber, and less sugar.
Is there 1 cup of orange in an orange?
No, like 1 orange.
How much broccoli?
1 cup.
Is that a fair assessment?
Compared to an average orange. I don't know.
So that's like a bunch of broccoli, though.
Not really.
What's a whole cup of broccoli?
An orange is going to have more than a cup's worth of...
That's my point.
An average orange is probably about that. Can we get to the next fact instead of you? Because you're not going to remember this conversation next week. And you're going to go, oh, why'd you ask me about broccoli? I don't like broccoli.
Broccoli's good as long as
Anyway,
it's raw.
apples are not native to America. They originate in Kazakhstan and in Central Asia. Apple seeds came over on the Mayflower with pilgrims who planted them in the fertile soil. So I propose a new saying as Kazakhstanian as apple pie. No?
I'm done. No more.
Some hens lay blue eggs. Depending on the breed of hen, the eggs come out in various colors and shapes. Bluish-green eggs are standard for cream leg bar, Americana, and Araucana hens. Interesting, they're blue inside and out. Cashews grow on cashew apples, which are native to Brazil and India. The cashew apple looks more like a pepper with a tiny cashew nut growing out of the end of it. They must be harvested and processed because a raw cashew contains poison, and that protects them in nature, but will kill you.
Yeah.
Arachibutyrophobia is the fear of getting peanut butter stuck to the roof of your mouth and choking to death.
Well, I didn't have that fear. What are you doing?
The pound cake was named because it had 4 ingredients, 1 pound of each. Easy recipe. A pound of flour, a pound of butter, a pound of eggs, and a pound of sugar. That's not a joke. That's how you make pound cake.
A pound of eggs?
Mm-hmm.
I hate that measurement.
Well,
I hate that so much.
you know what wasabi is? Most wasabi that you get in stores is actually dyed horseradish. They dye it green. Real wasabi is expensive and comes from the same family as the horseradish root. Wasabi is difficult to grow outside of Japan and can take up to 3 years to mature. So horseradish is what you get on most sushi plates.
Oh no, that's always been horseradish? Mm-hmm. Then I definitely don't like horseradish.
Except you've liked horseradish. But you've
Wait,
liked
is
it
it
in the
horseradish
sauce.
that's on the peas too then?
Probably. The wasabi peas are probably not real wasabi.
That's bad.
Doughnuts are named after a baking trick. Elizabeth Gregory made fried dough with spices that her son transported on a sailing ship, like he would transport spices. To avoid underbaked centers, she put nuts in them, hence the name dough nuts.
Like cashews or something.
Like nuts.
Nuts. Okay.
You can hear rhubarb grow.
All right.
The plant looks like red celery and is often forced to grow larger with scientific methods, growing up to 1 inch a day. You can actually hear the buds popping and creaking as they grow. And
that is
the
scary.
site that I heard that on was like, click here if you would like to listen. It is weird. Yeah. Cucumbers can cure your thirst. They are 96% water and have more health benefits than just plain water. It's packed with vitamins and minerals and 62% of required daily intake of vitamin K. Keep the peels on to reap the maximum benefits. American cheese is not cheese. The slices are only partly cheese. It's made from leftover Colby and cheddar and processed with milk and other additives and colorings.
Heck yeah.
American cheese.
That's real cheese to me.
Pretzels are actually love knots. They were often made with twisting, interlocking loops to represent undying love. They're also used in many countries to represent luck and celebrate the coming of the new year.
Oh, my.
Water bottles can expire. The water itself doesn't, but it gets contaminated by the container. That's why the specific shelf life.
Yeah.
Parmesan cheese dust is actually wood. Completely safe and digestible as deemed by the FDA, Parmesan and shredded cheese often contain cellulose to keep it from clumping together. Cellulose is another word for wood pulp.
I thought this was cellulose.
No, that's cellulite.
Oh.
Salami isn't cooked. Good bacteria is added that decreases the pH to the point that harmful bacteria such as E. coli and Listeria cannot survive, which is then makes it safe to eat. Not to mention the cool fungus that grows on the casing to protect it from drying out too much.
Yeah. It's not cooked.
Nope.
That's gross. I already didn't like salami.
Oh, I thought you did.
No.
But that's 25 facts. And then next week, we're going to come back, and he's not going to remember even the topic, most likely. I will
Until
bring
the
up...
day of, yeah.
Yeah, when I say it's food, he's going to go, oh, yeah.
Thought it was Looney Tunes.
I thought it was Star Wars.
When did we do Star Wars? Are these facts about weed?
Anyway, so tune in next week to see if he will puff, puff, pass.
Or puff, puff, fail.